What is up, my veggies? My name is VeggieTales Raymond, and start with that. And welcome back to another movie review. And today we're going to be reviewing Leprechaun Origins, the final film in the Leprechaun franchise, or the up to this point final one. I have a lot to say. First things first, I'm going to get all the negatives out of the way, because there are a lot. First things first, this one has absolutely, positively nothing besides the word leprechaun to do with the others. It's just a completely different movie. This is more of a teen survival type movie, kind of like, I wouldn't really call it a slash because it's not slashing or anything, but it's ridiculous. It's worse. It's probably one of the worst ones in the franchise. But I don't really know if this qualifies as a remake or if it's the Leprechaun, just not that Leprechaun. Because this movie takes place in Ireland, which surprisingly that has not happened within the Leprechaun series yet. And technically, the Leprechaun has still not been to Ireland because, well, he probably hasn't, but like, the movies have not taken place in Ireland with that Leprechaun because he wasn't in this movie. This is a completely different Leprechaun, played by a completely different person, and it was produced, I think, or worked on somehow with WWE Studios. But the rest of Hornswoggle, I think is who it's called, who he dresses up as a leprechaun. He's played the leprechaun in this, and it doesn't even look like a leprechaun. That's the first nitpick. It's another nitpick about this movie. This is actually one thing I hate about the movie. The fact is that you barely see this thing. Like, you see him, but when you actually do see him, most of the time you see him on screen. It takes a while for them to even show him fully in the movie anyway. It takes a while for that. But when they do show him fully, it's kind of hard to see because it's normally when they're showing him, it's either blurry, a bunch of shaking, or it's just too dark. It's just bad. And then even when if only showed him once, you never got to see him full body. You've only really clear shots you got to see was the face. I really wanted to see the full body because I can't lie, it did look interesting. It looked kind of ridiculous, a little more ridiculous than the actual leprechaun, but it did kind of look interesting. Another nitpick I have is that this follows like teenagers and crap, just who get tricked into going into doing this crap, and they get hunted down with a leprechaun. And from what we know, from what it seems like, there's only one survivor. We don't know if that one person in the end survived or not because it cuts to black, and it's just bad. It's not good. A lot is wrong with this movie. Like, the way the leprechaun acts is super stupid. Like, it goes after people who have nothing to do with gold. And even though there's something about gold in there that makes them want to kill these people in Ireland are sacrificing these people to the leprechaun so they'll leave their village alone, and are all being tricked, and the whole village, I guess, knows about it. It's kind of hinted that they do, but it's not really said. It's weird, and the entire movie is completely stupid and doesn't really know what it wants to be at some points. And see, the Leprechaun movies, yes, they were stupid, but I liked them, and they had a charm to them. This one didn't have that because, one, it's not the same. It has no comedy elements whatsoever. There's really almost no likable characters in this movie. Like, the dude, one of the dudes is who doesn't really, he's just all jokey and really stupid, and and the other girl who's like the crazy one the girl that's always doing the stuff and stuff like that in horror movies. She's that girl, but she's not really that girl at the same time. It's weird, and then you got this one dude who's supposed to be this other girl's boyfriend or whatever, and he's not a good boyfriend. He's a horrible love interest. He's in horror. It's just bad. And the only, her name was Sophie? Was it Sophie? It was Sophie, I believe. Was it Sophie or Sophia? It was one of the two. And she was the only legitimate likable character in this. And you don't really get to know enough about these characters to actually like them. Like I said, Sophie is, you get the most, to know the best. The other characters you really don't get the... And another thing is the way characters die in this. All the deaths are basically off camera, which is weird because a lot of horror films nowadays, like I don't know when this actually came out, but I know it can't be that long ago. I think like 2015. I don't know, but this movie is just not the best. It's got a lot of flaws, and there's a rule like the thing about these totem things that the leprechaun can't pass or something like that, and even the movie says that's stupid, and at one point, and I'm like, and I can't lie, I did actually enjoy it some. Like, it's definitely one of the worst Leprechaun movies because it has nothing to do with the others. But I actually legitimately enjoyed parts of this movie. Was it absolutely positively horrible? No. Would I have preferred it with the actual Leprechaun that we know from the other 6 movies? Yes. But can I settle for what we got? I guess so. Because this movie wasn't horrible. It was alright. There was actually some legitimate, like I said, the Leprechaun, the new look was interesting. I really just didn't like it though. It was kind of interesting though to get a new look, and there was a little hint to the original when they said the F word, you Lucky Charms. That was a little pushback to the very first movie, so I guess that, I don't know if this takes place in the same universe as the other ones or if it's a completely different one. I don't know, and do I really care? Kind of, because this is one of my favorite horror movie franchises, and with that being the way it went, I don't even know. And it's just completely ridiculous the way this movie went, and because the Leprechaun is known for being witty and just plain old funny, a funny horror movie. And I think this would have been better if it was just like the other ones. This one was more of a suspense. There's a part in this movie where one of the girls gets an axe to her face, and it's not by accident because they think that the leprechaun is coming in, but the leprechaun pushes him in. So does this thing have a real actual thought process? I don't even know. It's not clear, and when they saw that girl in there anyway, you don't even know if she's dead or not when it happens. I don't know, did he already kill her when he pushed her in, or because you really can't tell with the scene, and things are not played out very well with this movie. There are some good things, and I am looking at it from its own thing, that's the way I have to look at it, because there's no resemblance to but as a movie, there's so many tropes we've seen before, and this movie is cliched. It doesn't do it as bad as some movies that I've seen have, but this one it's stuff we've seen before. This is your run-of-the-mill monster movie, basically. Surviving the monster, get away from it, kill it. And the way it was killed was so stupid. And the beginning of the movie, this dude leaves a machete stabbed into the ground and he dies. And then the Sophie character, she finds it while the thing's about to kill her. He finds gold that the other people from the very beginning of the movie had, and he throws it in the air, distracts the leprechaun, and then whoosh, chops his head off. And I'm like, and it kind of looked weird to see the leprechaun's head just there. It just looked weird. It looked very, very fake. It didn't even look like the movie's makeup and stuff was pretty good. I really actually did enjoy some of this. Some of the kills that we did get to see that were actually rather bad in my opinion. The only other one this wasn't even a kill. It was when the leprechaun tore this girl's earring out, and he also tore her tongue ring out, which I thought to myself, I was like, this girl's just having a bad day. And there's also these guys that were sacrificing them to them, that was chasing them to get them back so the leprechaun can finish the job, so they'll leave their village alone for their sacrifice. And And then there's this other dude who, the guy's son who doesn't like doing it, but he's doing it anyway but he turns on his father and everything. And there's the part where his father dies, and like the Leprechaun's right down the stairs from him. We don't see if he dies, if he makes it. And the way the movie ended was also very odd. Like she was running away, and we started hearing the sound the Leprechaun makes. And from what there was 3 more heading her way. I couldn't tell if that was what was going on. Is there more of these things? This movie left me with more questions than I wanted. I wanted to walk out with none. I wanted to walk out of this movie with just criticism. And that's why this movie gets a 2.5 out of 5 rating from me. It's just, this movie didn't do it for me. I liked it. I can't say I hated it. It was decent. There's nothing to, it's nothing to go writing home about. It's nothing to put on my top 12 list. Oh, a positive top 12 list. It's an alright movie. I don't hate it. And I guess now since I have reviewed all of the Leprechaun movies, I shall rate them from best to worst. No, I will not. I think I'll learn that in the own video. So guys, that's basically what I have to say for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please tap that like button down below. Subscribe, leave me a comment, and link to my Twitter, Instagram, DeviantArt, Tumblr, dailymotion, Twitch, Musically, Live Me, Equestria, Amino, Google+, Roblox, Facebook, Snapchat, Spotify, reaction.cam, and SoundCloud, all the way down in the description below. And if you guys want to go check out this movie for yourself, I'll put the link for you to get on iTunes down in the description below. And do not forget hit the notification button so you'll be notified when I upload videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!